I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all you Akim on the highway and byway bidding to this marriage. I wanted to get into I'm gonna title this video Never Forget. This is gonna I'm gonna talk about a few things, you know, Esau after slavery, when slavery was over, that wasn't the end of Jake's suffering, whether it be the women, children, or the men, Esau found other ways to harm Jake. So Esau always talking about get over, slavery's over, yada yada yada, right? But what about it's like, you know, it's just sick, you know. But I'm gonna read this article, a few lines down, yeah, explain what Esau did, In the 1840s, James Marion Sims, a white doctor in Montgomery, Alabama, performed painful experiment without anesthesia on Lucy, an enslaved black woman, while other doctors observed. Sims was lauded as the father of gynecology. After experience on at least 7 enslaved black women and girls in Montgomery between 1845 and 1849, helped him develop a technique to repair a chronic complication of childbirth through the potential life-threatening experiments called excruciating pain. Sims legally needed permission only from the enslaved woman's owner. So what did they say? Black women and girls. So they're not only talking about women, we're talking about little kids too. Like Sims' experiment on Lucy were unsuccessful and nearly killed her with severe blood poisoning. He nonetheless continued to perform procedures on enslaved women, sometimes drugging them so they could not resist. Sims subjected Anarcha, an enslaved teenager, to at least 13 operations without anesthesia before he developed a repair technique that was deemed safe to attempt on white patients. Unable to refuse treatment or withhold consent, Lucy and other enslaved women were powerless to protect themselves from medical exploitation. During and after enslavement, physicians often denied black people basic dignity and personhood, and through mistreatment that reflected prevailing dehumanizing myths that black people were less sensitive to pain than white people. Sims was celebrated for his medical achievements. His statue remains on Alabama State Capitol grounds today. But increasingly, his brutal mistreatment of black women is informing a broader understanding of his legacy as an especially cruel chapter in our history of racial injustice. In April 2018, a statue of Sims was removed from New York City Central Park. You know, I just want to skim through that. I didn't. Uh, during and after enslavement, physicians often denied black. So Esau didn't respect Jake, right? Esau didn't. I mean, this is nothing new, man. Everything. We're talking. But this is not new. Not even to this day, Esau respect Jake. You know. But when he gets curb stomped by the Lord, then his whole tune's gonna change. And look like they removed the statue of this man. With that scripture that says this, shame shall cover thee. Why shall shame cover you? You know. Obadiah chapter 10 verse Obadiah chapter Salakia, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. You know. We can there's so many things, a litany of things. Feeding babies to crocodiles, raping our women, lynching the men, right? Buck breaking, whatever, all these atrocious things that he done. Shame shall cover thee. Why do you think he's trying to get rid of the critical race theory? I don't know. It's not even a theory. It's dumb. I don't know why is it called the critical race theory. It's a theory that we went into slavery. How is that? It's the stupidest thing ever. Esau's a coward. You know, all Edom wants to do is benefit off slavery, but they don't want to. They don't want to know the history behind. Like they're pathetic. They're cowards. You know. But shame shall cover the. They don't want to talk about history no more, right? The American history. They don't want to. They want to take down the statues, right? Now, like they don't want to hear it. but you want the benefits, you want the enjoyment of it, but you don't want the other half. You're a cat, you got Esau. He's begging for the birthright, but with the birthright came this, that you would have to go through a lot of suffering. You got a captivity after captivity. Like, so Esau talking to always, he wants his birthright back so badly, but you wouldn't be able to handle the pain Jake went through all these times, because Esau, he's not a weak man. He's not. I mean, he's not a Slaki. He's not a strong man, right? Esau ain't strong. He's quick to commit suicide, right? He's quick to kill himself. He's quick to find any means to escape it, because he can't endure it. He had no type of integrity. He has no type of stance. He thinks he can shoot his way through anything. You know, Esau can't take a beating. Look at this. Let's get this now. And this is what I wanted to actually get into. Look at this. This is what Esau did. Federal nigger hunting license. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? So like they even had a license to hunt us, right? They had they had a license to kill Jake. Like we're they think we're deer. They think that it's gonna be the other way around. Watch, the hunted will become the hunters. You ever heard that saying? Esau thinks he's gonna get away with this. Like he's just gonna. Esau believes that everything is forgotten, everything's forgiven. Like, no, bro, you're not gonna. You're not gonna. No, man. Esau's talking about you know that what black people are so hateful. Oh my gosh, what Esau is a damn demon, bro. He's always a victim. Nothing is. He's always. It's always poor me. A lot of Edomites always talk like that. Poor me. But there's no poor you in anything, right? Because you committed something, and he's a victim. He's always want to be a victim. That's what Edom. That's what the thing with Eve and Edom, right? They got that same mental state where they believe they don't do anything. They're just some victim. They start problems, and when something happens to them, it's like, what did I do to deserve this? It's like that's Esau. That's how the serpent. That's how Eve learned from the serpent, man. You can just see it, man. They both have that victimization characteristic. I'm get Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall also reap. So what did Esau reap to the flesh? Synthetic drugs, synthetic foods. You know, he had a he tortured Jake. Chemical warfare, germ warfare, white phosphorus. It's like phosphorus. It's like a chemical that the Esau used in wars. Agent Orange, you know, um, chicken pox, the measles, you know, what else? You put AIDS, in people's communities, crack cocaine, so all the things Esau sows to, right? So what does scripture say? Let's go down to 8. For he that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, right? But he that sows to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. Esau is on the totem pole. He's all the way at the other part. He's like, he's just so far from anything spiritual. This man trusts in weapons, and he trusts in the Lord. He doesn't trust him. He don't trust in the Lord at all. He doesn't believe in a higher power. He doesn't. He. I mean, even if he did, the Lord's not with him anyways. Even if he did trust in him. He tried to, um, this is why this country's falling apart. You think you're gonna just get away to what you did to the children of Israel? You know, not only that, but there's a bunch of other things you did. To the other nations, right? To to the other nation and to the world. Like the earth is living. The oceans, the sea animals, right? Animals on land. Hey, every most the most highest creations are in danger. Trees are always getting cut down. There's a bunch of everything is always in Esau's. If Esau's alive, yeah, there's always gonna be some problem somewhere. He's a problem. Whether people want to admit it or not, he's an issue. Let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. We gotta keep going, right? We gotta keep tearing. If we faint not, so we just gotta keep moving. We gotta pick ourselves up, right? Because we're almost there. We're not there yet, but we're almost there when the Lord's almost there. What is this? Matthew chapter 3, verse 15. Let's see if I can. Let me just. All right, that's exactly what I wanted. I have seen all the work that are done, and behold, all is vain and vexation of spirit. Oh wait, no, I want to get in 3:15. So like, yeah, this is it. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. That which has been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh required that which is past. That which has been is now, and which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh required that which is past. So the Lord required that it pass, present, future, past. The Lord needs it, you know, to fulfill, to see where your judgment lies, you know. Yahweh is the great judge, really. And then you got his son Yahweh Shai, then you got the elect. So yeah, this is. And I said in my heart, Yahweh shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that Yahweh might manifest them, that they might see that they themselves are beasts. But yeah, great judgments come into this world, good and bad. Esau, with all the crimes he committed, there's so much you can get into, man. It's never ending with this man. It's never ending. Just pork and everything. There's chemicals in water, There's probably lotions are bad. Esau puts chemicals in lotions, shampoo, anything that has something to do with your health. Esau's put tampering with it, right? Shampoo, lotion. I said, Dove soap, soap. Um, what else? The foods, right? Ain't nothing pure. Nothing is pure. You would think Cheerios. You know, you ever ate Cheerios, frosted, flakes and cherry. There's chemicals in that too. I don't think someone got sick, but I'm like, how you get sick off Cheerios? You wouldn't even think. You think it was just oat grains and all that, but nah, you still have like 20 other ingredients. You look at the side of the box. You're like, you know what? Esau probably not be that bad. This motherfucker poisonous Cheerios. Who poisoned Cheerios? Who does that? It's just Cheerio. Esau, what he is doing, he's covering everything. He's not leaving one stone unturned. He's trying to get to Jake as much as possible, as fast as possible, as he can because he's trying to weaken us. Honestly, he knows that we're stronger than him. You know, what did the Egyptians said? They had to say they're becoming stronger than we. And they had to slaughter the children, the men, children, in the nation of Israel when we were in Egypt, because we were becoming greater than them. Not only that, they put more heavy burdens on us. You know, but yeah, Esau and all these crimes Esau committed against our women, our children, and the men. This is all gonna pay. I want to get back into. I just want to read it on a slower pace. I think I skimmed. I just want to get to the license part. If I still have the, no, nope, I don't have it. Okay. I said black woman tortured. I think it should be able to pop up. I think it was surgery. Yeah, this is a gynecologist. Mothers of Gynecology Monument honors enslaved black women who were tortured to help advance science. You know? So you think so what is it? A monument? Why not pass a bill? Alright. So Anarcha was a teenager who had just given birth for the first time when she was forcibly separated from her baby and subjected to brutal experimental gynecological surgery without an anesthetic. Her torturer, Dr. Jane Moran Sims, is widely regarded as the father of modern gynecology, both the trauma through which he put Westcott and other unconsented enslaved black women while developing his technique has been largely forgotten. So now modern day midwives have launched a campaign to commemorate Sims' victim, who between 1945 and 1949 endured some 30 procedures as Sims perfected his method of visual surgeries. Haida Downey, the midwife in London, is lobbying for a monument to be dedicated to these women as Black Lives Matter campaigners topple slaver statue around the country. You saw the coward. Look. I remember speaking to a friend who said it's not a pretty subject. People want to discuss this. People don't want us to discuss it. All right, let's read what this guy had to say. This is says in his autobiography, "The Story of My Life," Sim described in vivid detail how he treated black women as medical guinea pigs. I made this proposition to the owners of Negroes: if you will give me an Archer and Betsy for experiment, I'll agree to perform no experiment on operation on either of them to endanger their lives and will not charge a cent for keeping them. But you must pay their taxes and clothe them. He also bragged in his memoirs that my patients are perfectly satisfied with what I'm doing for them, which is doubtful given what they that they were slaves who were stripped of all autonomy and viewed as property. There were also belief at the time that black people did not feel pain or indeed function in the same way as their white counterparts. Despite his inhumane practices, Sims perfected his operations on black women, later established a women's hospital where he performed procedures on white women, only this time with their consent and the use of anesthesia. He also invented the modern speculum, Sims' position for vaginal exams, which he first used on slaves, which has gone on to be used widely within healthcare. As such, Sims is viewed favorably by many historians and has several worldwide monuments despite his brutality. I have been a midwife for nearly 6 years, and prior to this training, and this I did not know aren't suffering she and other enslaved women endured, but I am aware of Sims' speculum. Then he wrote on the change.org campaign page. Why didn't Esau teach about this? You know what I learned in school growing up? I learned about slavery. That was about it. Slavery. Um, let's talk. The Esau did more than just whip back. He tortured our women. He fed children to alligators. So you thinking that anybody thinking that Esau gonna get away with this, you're mistaken. Man, like who does that? Why do you need to do that? Because in ancient time, Jake, King Solomon was the wisest of all, you know, and not even he had to do something brutal as that, to get because if a woman, it's very simple. A woman gave birth, boom, that's it. Why do you need Why you got to do all of that? Why do you need a vagina examined? This is all new things. Esau's a devil, man. You know, he's a demon. He's gonna suffer. He's gonna pay for what he did. For all the for what he did for all the nation, the whole nation Israel. Wiping out the native, so-called Gad, right? There's a lot of things that Esau just don't talk about. Talking about the race history is critical. Race theory is a theory that what do you mean? So you're saying there's no slaves and there were no slaves? Esau's a coward, man. Straight fucking Salakia, just straight coward, man. He just like you want all the benefits, but yet you don't want the curse that come with it. You're not a man. Yeah, man. He's a snake. He's a snake. You know. Oh, but he's gonna pay for this. He'll pay for it all. You know. But with that, I want to give. That's why great judgment's coming soon. Famines, right? The sword. He's always gonna starve. Hope he starves to death. You know. Damn devil. Hope he starves. And all his little supporters, Moab, right? Ham. You got some of our people, Israelites. We should have. Donald Trump was the best president. Hey, nigga, shut up. You know. Hope anybody who's with Esau and league with Esau, whether that be financially, militarily, infrastructure. I don't know, man. Politically, yeah, you're gonna suffer too. Moab's gonna get it. Our people are gonna get it. I'm getting tired of people bending over backwards for Esau, thinking he's the greatest thing to ever walk the earth. Like, man, come on, man. All the crimes this man committed, and you're still talking about like he's some god. That Christian mentality, the Christian mental, brainwash technique. You know, but but the great judgment's coming, man. Great death. You know, Lord's willing. Brothers and sisters, repent from our old way. Your old ways. We should all be repenting. Because the Lord's coming back. Lord's fine so doing. And with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to all Yakim on the highways and byways. Till next time, I say shalom.